Ashley Williams here today hung out with Portland's hottest upcoming rapper, CASSOW. We chopped it up in the studio while mixing his latest EP. Come check it out.
But it's like, I'm ready to fix it, I'm ready to change for you. Yeah, that's how you get a lot out of me. Be that man that you waiting. They all looking at you crazy. It's time to tell these.
So we're here in the studio with CASSOW. I'm glad that we figured that out. I've heard it a couple of different ways. You're Portland grown, so I really just wanted to get to know you because I feel like there's not a lot out there about you and as a person. So,
Well, I'm a hip-hop artist. I've been doing music for a while, about 5 years, just doing my thing. Pretty much just making music for the core fans that fuck with my shit, and.
So how was it kind of climbing up being an artist out here?
It's a lot more difficult than a lot of places because you don't have the same opportunities, but with the internet and all that type of stuff, it's like you can have your own platform and your own station to where people can get everything from you, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. People are doing all type of things, making these platforms. So now it's a lot better, but as I first started, it was limited.
When would you say you officially first started taking music seriously? Because I'm sure you probably wrote, rapped, did types of things when growing up, but when did you actually get very serious into it?
I have to say right after I got out of high school. I was in college for a year, and the whole time I was there, I was working on my first project, and I just felt like, I needed to do my music. The situation I was in, I wasn't happy, so I said, fuck it, I'm gonna do my thing, I'm gonna do my music full time and just enjoy it. And I've been, successful in a sense ever since,
So we're here in the studio with you. We're going to get a little bit of a glimpse of you mixing some music and going through that. Do you give yourself a timeline of when you want to release things, or is it kind of just whenever it flows to you or something pops up?
Sometimes, at points there were times where I tried to be on a timeline, but I figured out, it's just better when you just naturally let it come about. I've made dates up in my head, and I've even advertised dates at times, and it would just put me on a time limit instead of just letting my creativity come as it does. So I kind of just let it come, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like now I have a solid body of work that I'm ready to present.
Yeah. I'm sure a lot of people in Portland are kind of wondering the same thing. When is a concert coming? When are you going to make an appearance? Maybe an opening for someone, or maybe just your own thing?
I've had many opportunities to do shows, but I just really wanted to focus on my music at this point. I've done shows from here to New York, even all the way to Kentucky, shit like that. But I just wanted to focus on my project. And, if there was a show that I really felt was seriously beneficial, then of course. But, other than that, I feel like I would rather invest, full time into what I'm working on currently.
Of course. Who are some other local Portland artists that you like to work with, or that you see them out there, or you kind of respect what they're doing as well?
Yeah, it's a lot of. I think there are a lot of great artists out here. Especially like my bro Tyus. He's an R&B singer. Dodger, she's a hip hop artist, and she's crazy. It's a lot. There's a lot of artists, but those are a couple favorites, and those are people that I work with and will potentially. I think I'll potentially do something with Dodger.
Yeah, of course. In the whole world of artists or musicians or anything, who's someone that you would love to collab with one day?
There's a lot of great artists, period. Like overall, I like music, so I like so many artists for certain reasons, But right off the top, I like Kendrick Lamar, I like Drake, I like Big Sean, Kanye. I like a lot of artists. It's too many to really name. But if the music is right, and I feel like there's artists that I could make something great creatively, then it's all about the creativity and the song at the end of the day. Like, I might like an artist, but if the song doesn't work out, or it's not, it doesn't make sense, then I'm not gonna do it just because it's an artist.
Focusing on your latest EP, just talk a little bit about that. I don't want you to, divulge anything crazy, but kind of what were the vibes going when you were creating this, and what can we look forward to?
I mean, it's different vibes. I kind of just, when I do music, I kind of just let the music speak and let the instrumental talk to me, and whatever I come up with, I just try to bring it to life, really. And I feel like with this project, I found a lot of great pockets, a lot of great vibes, and I just kind of wanted to give people more of a feeling this time. You know what I'm saying? Like really being able to feel the bass, really being able to smoke and vibe, and just have a good time, and while learning shit and while hearing dope, slick shit while at it. So that's kind of my approach. Like I just wanted to make good music that I would listen to, around my friends and on a day-to-day of whatever I'm doing.
I won't stop till I'm there. Oh, I'm destined to be. I'm destined to be. I won't stop.
Now, there's not a definite release date for his latest EP, but it is in the works and coming soon. To look for more of CASSOW's music, visit things such as iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, or Amazon Music. Or follow him on Twitter for new updates and latest droppings of his EP at CASSOW.
The difference I see between me and you hustle just to make it through. Me, I hustle just to make it 3. Find a flip, 6, 12, look at this,